Good morning, and we are in section 88 still, and will be for this week. Uh, One interesting thing is when this revelation was given, uh, as we saw at the beginning of this uh, section, that the the whole thing was not given in one go. It was given in a few days. So apparently they went through part of it, and it got late, and they said, "Well, we'll convene tomorrow," and they kept going after that. So breaking it up and taking it in sections, it's not really that far off of what they did. I just thought I just did a little note there. But as we've been reading this, a lot of insight in these verses, a lot to get out of it. We'll start with this. So I'm going to start with 48, even though we read that. I say unto you, he hath seen him, nevertheless, he who came unto his own was not comprehended. Um, I guess on its own, that doesn't sound like much, but basically, he's saying that when he, Jesus Christ, came to his own, uh, at that time it would have been the Jewish people. At least that's how I understood it. As we see in John, he came unto his own, and his own received him not. Uh, was not comprehended. Instead of using received, they used comprehended. They didn't understand. They didn't understand who he was. Um, and so you can see how this ties in now when he now changes from he and him to the light. Now I've underlined the light because I feel that he's speaking specifically uh, about himself, God, um, but using, I guess, the metaphor of light. But as he said, I am the light and the life of the world. So I felt that it was appropriate to highlight that as um, talking specifically of God. The light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehendeth it not. Tie that with what he said just above there, that he came to his own, and his own received him not, or comprehended him not. And we see that a lot of times when the light of Christ shines somewhere, the light is there, but the darkness comprehendeth it not. The people, if they're in darkness, will not comprehend it properly. But if they are able to receive that light in their lives, then they'll be able to comprehend it. Nevertheless, the day shall come when you shall comprehend even God, being quickened in him and by him. I think that's really uh, huge, huge, that statement to say you shall comprehend even God. He's not saying because you're so smart, because you are the best in your class, because you've done such great things in your lives. No, he says because you will be quickened in him and by him. This is a grace of God to be able to comprehend even God, um, which of course says the day shall come. Um, but in the meantime, you continue by studying by faith to understand as much about God as you can. And I find that the passages we have here um, draw us closer to God as we read and comprehend them more. I hope that makes sense. Um, then shall ye know that ye have seen me, and that I am the true and living, the true light that is in you, and that you are in me, otherwise ye could not abound. Behold, I liken these kingdoms. Remember, he talked about again the celestial, telestial, and terrestrial kingdoms. Um, not in that order. Um, so I will liken these kingdoms unto a man having a field, and he sent forth his servants unto the field to dig in the field. And he said unto the first, Go ye and labor in the field, and the first hour I will come unto you, and ye shall behold the joy of my countenance. Now I find this, remember, this is talking about the kingdoms um, and the inhabitants in those kingdoms. So this is talking about the kingdoms, and we'll get through this a little bit. I like the fact that it says, Ye shall behold the joy of my countenance. So that's the first hour. In the second hour, he says, Go ye also into the field, and in the second hour I will visit you with joy of my countenance. And unto the third, saying, I will visit you, and unto the fourth, and so forth, and so on unto the 12th. And the Lord of the field went unto the first of it, and went unto the first in the first hour, and tarried with him that all that hour, and he was made glad with the light of with the light of the countenance of his Lord. And then he withdrew from the first, and that he might visit a second also, and the third and the fourth also, on until the 12th. And thus they all received the light of the countenance of their Lord, every man in his hour, and in his time, and in his season, beginning at the first, and so on unto the last, and from the last unto the first, from first unto last. So he keeps doing this. He's going back and forth, and he's visiting with his power all of these places. What I'm getting from this is that there's a time and a place for um, how do I put it? Um, for the Lord to bless his people um, according to their heed. So when we talked about the degrees of glory, we would often uh, split them up into the three kingdoms or the three degrees of glory, and each one had a different amount of glory given them according to what their heed and so forth of Jesus Christ. Um, and as we learned yesterday, I think, you have that spirit and body that fits those kingdoms. And according to those kingdoms, when Christ visits them, it's um kind of lost my thought there. If Christ, when Christ visits, uh, how oh gosh, the different glories of the kingdoms are, each of them have a different way that Lord interacts with them, I guess is what I'm saying. And here I feel that that's what he's saying is I interact with each person separately, but it's all my kingdoms of glory. And then it says, every man in his order unto his hour, until his hour was finished, even according as his Lord had commanded him, that his Lord might be glorified in him, and that he in his Lord, that they all might be glorified. Wherefore unto this parable I will liken all these kingdoms and the inhabitants thereof. Every kingdom in its hour, and in its time, and its season, even according to the decree which God hath made. I guess he says it better than I just said it, but it is that ability that everybody, God has a place for everybody, and a way of sharing his joy out, not just to the people in a special kingdom, but in every kingdom of glory. And again, verily I say unto you, my friends, I leave these sayings unto you, to ponder in your hearts with this commandment, which I give unto you, that ye shall call upon me while I am near. Draw near unto me, and I will draw near unto you. Seek me diligently, and ye shall find me. Ask, and ye shall receive. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Wherefore ye ask the Father in my name, and it shall be given you, that it is expedient for you. So we've got something that he's asking us to do, and something that he'll bless us if we do it. So draw near, seek diligently, ask, and knock, and then you'll find and receive, and it shall be opened unto you. And then it's reiterated that we ask the Father in my name, and it shall be given you that is expedient for you. And if ye ask anything that is not expedient for you, it shall turn unto your condemnation. So we don't just ask anything. We ask those things that are expedient, the things that um, are put into our hearts and minds that we know is from God. Um, Behold, that which you hear is as the voice of one crying in the wilderness. In the wilderness, because you cannot see him. My voice, because my voice is spirit. My spirit is truth. Truth abideth and hath no end, and if it be in you, it shall not abound. And if your eye be single to my glory, your whole body shall be filled with light, and there shall be no darkness in you. And the body which is filled with light comprehendeth all things. Now, this goes back to several scriptures. I can think of Third Nephi, and there should be Matthew as well. Um, the light of the body is the eye, and if therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. And that's the same in Doctrine and Covenants. I mean, not Doctrine and Covenants, the Third Nephi as well. And uh, every man seeking the interest of with an eye, uh, and doing all things with an eye single to the glory of God. Hopefully, we can do that. Um, Therefore, sanctify yourselves, that your minds become single to God. Um, and the days will come that you shall see him, for he will unveil his face unto you, and it shall be in his time and in his own way, according to his own will. Remember the great and last promise which I have made unto you. Cast away your idle thoughts and your excess of laughter from you. So I think I can. It'd be nice. I think it'd be something to work on to cast away the idle thoughts and excess of laughter. I like the fact that it doesn't say get rid of laughter. He says get rid of excess of laughter. Uh, and I must admit, when you laugh a lot, excessively, um, it kind of takes on its own uh, sort of humor and everything to do that. It's not always not always. Uh, just lost my thought. Um, let's move on. But just don't have excess laughter, basically. Then he says, tarry ye in this place. It says it twice, so it must be important. And call a solemn assembly. And if we look on there, there's a lot in the Old Testament on solemn assemblies. Oh, they didn't have them there. It must be further on, but I looked at solemn assemblies somewhere, and oh, probably in the topical guide. There's in topical guide is a lot of the Old Testament, but they've had a little bit of instructions, and the best way to describe a solemn assembly is an assembly that is very solemn and um, reverent towards God. Even those who are of the first laborers are the first laborers in this last kingdom. Let those whom they have warned in their traveling call on the Lord and ponder the warning in their hearts that they have received for a little season. Behold, and lo, I will take care of your flocks, and I will raise up elders to send unto them. Now, I like the fact that it says here, I will take care of your flocks. I will do this. It's my work, and I will raise up elders and send unto to send unto them. Sorry, it's not my thing. Um, So I think if we take anything from this, there's a few things out of this that we can look at. The Lord will visit us and bring us joy, and that the Lord will take care of us as well. And all we have to do is ask and knock, and He'll be there. So I hope you have a wonderful day and that you realize that the Lord is taking care of you. And have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow.